Welcome back to MMO Madness Behind the Troll Mask. I'm your host, Boss Mode. Tonight we're taking a trip down memory lane. The kind of memory lane that's less yellow brick road and more burning corpse run. Yeah, I'm talking about the legends, the infamous trolls of MMO history. These are the people who didn't just camp your spawn. They built an empire of chaos. The griefers, whose names were whispered in guild chat like urban legends. The ones who managed to piss off entire servers. And sometimes even the entire dev teams. So grab your red scrolls, hide your loot, and buckle in. We're about to meet the worst of the worst. The trolls who became myths. Let's start in the Stone Age of trolling, Ultima Online. Now, UO was basically a troll's playground. Open world PvP, loot on death. No safe zones if you wandered too far. You died, you dropped everything. And if you were unlucky, some psychopath was right there, looting your pants. There's one legendary story, Lord Blackthorn's Basement Butcher. He wasn't famous in the real world, but in game, he was a goddamn boogeyman. This dude would lure newbies into dungeons by offering them free gear, then strip them naked, kill them with a rusty dagger, and decorate his player house with their bones. His walls were literally lined with corpses like medieval Home Depot shelving. EverQuest wasn't much better. One infamous troll strategy, training. You'd run through a dungeon, aggro every mob in sight, then kite them straight into a rival guild's raid. Imagine pulling a parade of dragons and giants and dropping them like a bad Amazon delivery at the enemy's feet. Whole raids wiped. Hours lost, tears shed, and the troll logging off laughing. There was one guy, went by Grimtooth, who became famous for it. He didn't even raid himself. His whole endgame was ruining yours. In a weird way, he was playing an entirely different MMO than everyone else. Then came World of Warcraft, the MMO that swallowed the genre whole. And with it, the birth of the modern troll. Now, WoW trolls weren't just in PvP. They lived in trade chat. Remember Baron's chat? It was like Reddit, but somehow dumber, louder, and more racist. The Chuck Norris jokes were endless, but every once in a while, someone took it farther. Take Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, I know, technically not griefing, but let's be real. Charging into a raid, wiping your whole team, then immortalizing it on video. That's god-tier trolling. Leroy turned incompetence into a legend. Then you had the real psychos, like the dude who ninja looted bindings from Molten Core and then server transferred before anyone could kick him. He became a ghost story told in whispers. Don't trust pugs. Remember the binding bandit. And who could forget the Scarab Lord trolls? Back in vanilla, one player per server could open the gates of Akuraj. It required a massive server-wide cooperation, quest, materials, blood, sweat, but every now and then someone would sabotage the whole thing at the final step. Deliberate, petty, beautiful, thousands of players locked out, one smug bastard riding away on a giant bug mount. It was legendary. If we're talking legends, though, nothing touches EVE Online. EVE isn't just a game. It's a petri dish of psychopaths. You've got scams, corporate theft, betrayal, all not only allowed, but encouraged. There was the Gilding Hand Social Club, a corp, that infiltrated a rival guild for over a year, earning trust, climbing ranks, and then one day assassinated the leader and looted billions in assets. A year's worth of lies, all for the glorious heist. Then there's the infamous bloodbath of BR5RB. A single missed bill payment sparked a 21-hour war involving thousands of players, 75 titans destroyed, and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of real-world value evaporating into dust. Trolls didn't just grief you, they bankrupted your space empire. And my favorite, the Great Bank Heist. One player started an in-game bank. People deposited their ISK. He built trust for months. Then one day he withdrew everything, liquidated it, and peaced out. Estimated haul? Over $170,000 in real money. Somewhere out there, that guy is still laughing. All right, let's throw in a few listener-style stories. These aren't real submissions, but they could have been. Story 1, the Portal Prankster. A mage in WoW sets portals for his raid. But instead of Stormwind, he opens up one to Stone Talon Mountains. Half the raid gets lost, the other half rage quits. He gets kicked, logs back in on an alt, does it again. Story number 2, the Dino Dropout. In Ark Survival Evolved, a tribe leader changes the pin codes on all the dino pins before quitting the server. Dozens of T-Rexes starve while the tribe watches helplessly. He logs back in just to screenshot the carnage. Story 3, the ESO Auction House Assassin. In Elder Scrolls Online, one guy buys every healing potion in the Guild Trader. Then in Cyrodiil PvP, he camps bridges and ambushes anyone running low. The whole server starts calling him the Apothecreep. So what's the takeaway here? Trolls, griefers, legends, they piss us off, ruin our raids, steal our loot, burn our empires, and yet years later, they're the stories we still tell. Because love them or hate them, trolls are a part of MMO history, the shadow to the light, the chaos to the order. Next time you hear about some legendary troll, just remember, they're out there, shaping your game, writing your memories. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be telling their story one day. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Subscribe now to MMO Madness, Behind the Troll Mask, sponsored by Boss Mode Fashion, because even if your DPS is trash, your outfit doesn't have to be. Find your next respawn-ready outfit at bossmodefashion.com.
Got a grief story or a redemption arc worth sharing? Email us at podcast@mmomadness.com. Listener stories may be featured in future episodes. Don't forget to like, share, and follow the podcast. Your support helps keep these podcasts going. And it's Boss Mode out.